Hello champs, in this video I'm going to give a feedback on you guys' artwork. So let's go into business. I received this art to make a cool and nice feedback, and let's start by the first one, of course. So what we can talk about it, first of all, the edges. I don't see the edges too strong in the character's face, in the character hair. Some places the edge is pretty good. Let me give it a zoom. Okay. Some places the edge is really good, but others you don't really see what is going on. Not only that, but I can see a big difference between a lot of details, not a lot of details. It's good, but try to keep in mind what art style are you going for. Don't you dare go into an art style that is crazy, crazy, crazy. Go into one that is going to make everything beautiful. But Caps, how do I know if it's beautiful or not? How do I know that? Well, so for you to know that, let's start as an example to see the levels of grain in this piece. Some places here it's too strong, some places it's not. Like in the face, I see the hand is receiving light from the background, but don't you think that if the hand's receiving that light, some places of the shirt would be receiving that light, and some places of the hair would be receiving that light, and there would be some ring light here? Maybe, I do think so. Other things that we can see here, the way that those pants, I don't know if it's pants, skirt, yeah, what it is, bro, that what it is. We need to see the curvature, the motion. I can see that you did the motion here in the shirt just falling down, but what if we could make it look more real just by picking up some reference? You could just go here, you can see here the bending points. Here you can see even better. That's what I'm talking about. So in this one, please focus mostly on where the light is coming, where it's going, the motion, clothes movement from the piece, and try to keep in mind which art style you want here, because you can see a big difference between the art styles we can see. But I believe in you. You can do it. You can do it. Ow! Let's go to another one. I love what you did here. Not that I'm an otaku, I'm not. I'm talking seriously, I'm not. I'm not, okay? I really love what you did in the hair. But what about some gradient? I see that you use a little bit of purple, pink, some warm color here, maybe orange, I don't know which color. And some places here. Why not add more gradient? I really like what you did in the cloth. Look at this contrast, bro! Look at this champ! Oh my, I love it. And in the eyes, I don't know if it's going more into your art style, but the eyes, the eyelashes, I know this character, why not make it blue too? Maybe it was to show like the face is glowing, but you can still use some blue in the eyelashes. And something that I would recommend to get better is that you use it strong and dark tones, saturated and dark tones here in the cloth, here in the neck, a little bit, but in the face and the hair, it's missing. I believe if you did more of that, it would be even better. Try it, please, especially because this character, the hair is pretty a dark blue. It's an extremely dark blue. Why not try it? Try it! You're gonna like it! I love the movement of the hair. I love it. And you can try some kind of different background here. I would recommend that too. Please, make even stronger colors, dark colors here in the hair and face, that I see that thing. It's so beautiful now. It's beautiful, beautiful. I like it. Show me more. I want more. Let's go. Woo! You. Who are you? Thing number one that I'm noticing here to be missing, edges. Edges, edges. I see that through the effect of blur, I believe so, but some things are not really making sense, and we can improve that. We can. Remember, we can always improve. Always head up and go like, yeah, I can do it. I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Just do it. Okay? Just do it. Just do it. Let's go. Let's go. If there is like light coming from here, I like what you did in this crystal. But what about the side of the beer receiving light? Since it's white, the beer is white, it should be so reflexive. Bro, it's so reflexive. It's like a full glass in front of you. Not glass, what the frick is the name? Mirror. It's a mirror in front of you, okay? It's like a mirror. Because white objects, white, I don't know, hair, white, everything is going to reflect a lot. Remember, dark tones reflect not too much. Do you see here reflection inside of my hair? Do you? No, neither I. So going back here, I see that you're having trouble with reflection. Number one, reflection. And some places that are dark that could have reflection. As an example, here in the little penguin, some reflection on him of the blue cloth that the king is using. I like the reflection that you did here, but what exactly is the perspective to receive even in that side, in this side right here? Yeah, like an ambient light would be really interesting. Okay, let's make like a full blue color here, and this should this should help you a lot. And the yellow crown, the yellow thing that you put in your head, you know, the yellow thing you put like you know, so that yellow thing, yeah, everything around is blue, so it should get a little bit into green, because when you rotate the hue, let me pick here the hue for you, yellow, and you are going to bring everything into this tone right here. It's going to pass through green, okay? It's going to pass through green. And the same, more of reflection. And there needs to be a focal point, because I see the penguin with less blur than what is happening here with the king. He got a lot of blur. My eyes are brought into the penguin, not into the king. I see the king, but my eyes go like, wow, penguin, go fight, bro, woo! Do you see that? Do you see that? Getting out of comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. If you want to improve, get out of your comfort zone. That's right. We need to try different things. I love what you did with the texture. I love it. I love the colors that you used here. But I think that the image is not clear on gray levels. It does look pretty cool when you look by far away. It's good for you to try to look from far away in your art. Anybody that is watching this video, remember to look from far away. Far away. It's going to help you a lot to understand if people can understand what is happening. To understand if people, yes, that's what I meant. Yeah. I really like what you did here, but why not add some details here? I see that you added details here in this part. I like it, but why not here that is receiving even more light? Normally in darker parts, even that's close, should not receive that much details comparing to parts that are receiving bright light and a lot of light. Here a more render. Yes, more render here in the background would be really nice. I totally recommend that. I think that refining is what's missing the most. I see that you use a texture. I see that you want to use texture, and I love what you did, but maybe rendering with that texture can work even better. Not to get into my type of texture and rendering, but to get into that painting art style, you know? Just like Ghibli Studio paint. They paint and it turns out beautiful. It's just awesome. And still got that painting style. Here, I love your art. Because we have some kind of same interests here. I mean, not that I read some kind of comics, you know, I don't really read enough those. I don't know certain websites. So, I like that you did the skin with a lot of gradient. You did the skin soft. And you did it different from the clothes. The way you are doing hair, you improve it a lot. I can see the passages that you did here. But what I believe that can still improve is making more soft things. Yeah, you did the skin soft, but some parts here, it's a little bit too messy. I believe that if we can just make like soft, a little bit more soft, you know, it can get even better. Because for a customer, if you're working with commissions, of course, they want to see that piece that was really worked well, you know? Just like you did the hair like this. We can see the hair. It's rendered pretty well. I love what you did in the hair here. Oh my, I love it. So yeah, the same thing happened in the cloth. I see that you are having trouble on how to do reflection in cloth. I recommend just picking some references and go like, YOLO, woo! There's a piece that I have done. Okay, let me pick here. But you can see there's some soft edges here. You can see some soft edges, and this is really going to help. You can see the difference here, all hard edges, soft. And you can see that this is a cloth. This is cloth. And you look from far away, looks beautiful. Wow! render more your clothes, you can try using the smudge tool here on Photoshop. You can see here is smudge tool. What I see here missing, there is a strong red light coming from the back, and there is a light coming in front of the character. So here in the side of the mouth, close to the face, should be a strong casted shadow. Not only there, but this side of the face would not be receiving this red light, since the hand would be just blocking it. The hand would be like, yo, you cannot receive light. I see this casted shadow, beautiful. And if this shadow is casting here, why not casting here in the hand too? I love this hair, I love the eyes, I love the gradients, how smooth is the skin. Really need more refining. Is refining what I would say that needs improvement the most. Next one, let's go, let's go. I like the concept of this artwork. I like how you did the hair. But which type of anime style are you looking for? Which one? We need to try to understand more about it. So, I see the light's coming totally from the front, so why not make more bending points in the cloth? Like here, if the light's coming in the front, why there is here a spot with bright light, no shadow? I see here this happening a little bit, but here is not that strong, here is more strong. And the same here below, a little bit of shadow would be happening. Here in the tub, should be some shadow. Here in the side of the face, because the side of the face is not in the same perspective as the front part of the... Can I show it? Do you see it here? This side receiving light, but in the front, there's like no light. We could even do the muscle there that's happening here in the neck. We could even do more path. You did it right here in this one. You did it right. In this one, you did the right place for the shadow. And in this one, there's more light. There's just more light. The hand's not totally wrong. Just need more shadows. Yeah, like this part here. Why here got some light? Like in the chest area. If it's close here, just going to close. And if the arm is really pressing the waist area, the torso, the light can really not get here. And in the hair, we could make more details in this hair. More... what's the name of that? Yeah, more bending points in the hair too. Yeah, more bending points in the hair. Try to understand better what's happening in the light and shadows. I like what you did with the line art. I like your job here. But I think what really must improve right now is the light and shadow part. You can do it. Let's go to the next one. I love your patience. I love your patience, seriously. But... edges. Silhouette of the characters. Silhouette of what is happening. They get lost. They are getting lost. I like the ambient light, but they are really getting lost. Like here in the shoulder, I know that it's reflecting light, but it's reflecting too much. Too much here. And it's not reflecting at the rest of the shoulder and chest area, and not here in the arm. This part of the arm should be receiving some light coming from here, the place of his arm. Yeah. The hand here got lost in the tails. I really like what to do, but maybe separating things a little bit more would be good. Why not add effects in the end? You did a beautiful render here, and then you make some lines a little bit sketchy. Oh, how dare you! How dare you do that? Don't leave sketch lines! And I like what you did with the colors. Saturation, lovable. I love the saturation. But why not make places with less saturation and others with more? Like, I don't understand where's the light coming from that is hitting her dress and at the same time hitting her skin and her hair. I don't know where it's coming from. And it's not that strong in his hair or his clothes. Well, you can improve on that! I believe in you, Watchups! Anatomy is really calling my attention here. Let me see if I do the pose. Always try yourself to do the pose. Yeah, here should have a curvature. Okay, in the wrist should have a curvature here because it's bending to the side. Why not make the smoke soft? I see some light coming here in the middle. There should be some shadow here in the front forehead. Ring light, I like. I see that you are going for a more hard edges style. There is reflection coming from here, a strong one. There should be some strong light in some point here. This is a warning to all of you. Here, it's not rendered. I mean, it's not in the right place. Do you see my chair? Is the silhouette exploding? The silhouette's not doing that. I know it's boring. I know we get bored in the process. I know it's tiresome. I know we don't want to do that. I felt that in my heart. But we need to do this if we want to experience growth. So serious. We need to create more patience in our art if we want to improve. Patience is like almost the #1 ability that we need in that, okay? I like your art style of doing sky. I love what you did in the eye. I like what you did in the nose. We can feel the energy of this painting. I love it. I like the texture that you did here in the wall. Basically what needs the most, I see that you did only here, what I can see in the charter, only here, a gradient. This is taking our attention. Maybe more gradient in other parts would be the best. Or make everything hard edges. Or a mixture. But a real mixture, not only here and here. Maybe the cigarette a little bit darker. Refine more. We need to understand why there is this curvature here. Why there is this little peak here. Thinking about the cloth, why? Why there is a line here? We need to understand that if we want to keep the hard edge or the soft edge, the edge that you feel like the most. The same here in the horns, all those things. You can do it. Maybe you're starting, maybe you have already been some years. You can do it. Let's go next one. Furry! I love furry. Okay, I really like your anatomy. I don't get what is happening with the ghost tail. I don't really get it. It's passing in the front, but behind, I don't really know what is happening there. Maybe we could change some of the perspective if we want to make it more interesting, because I really like what you have done here. I like how the scene is flowing. Maybe you could make it even more dramatic. How? Maybe adding to the focal points the face of the character, or maybe doing a little 3D here, stronger perspective, focus here and less in the butt, or more even focus in the butt and getting closer to the upper part, the face, even more seen from the behind. Yeah, that's the name. I really like what you did here. What I can say, some that I noticed here, some of the paws got like almost a totally smooth line. Maybe adding gradient if you want. This part here. Maybe some light in the background coming from here. It looks like the character is like drowning. Maybe you can just make the change in the perspective. Seriously, the perspective is what I think that would add even more emotion into the scene. Would really add. Try it. I love it. Yeah, I think the composition of it. Changing the composition of it. Remember, rule of thirds. If we pass the lines here, the head's not in the middle. The tail is almost in the middle. But try to follow places that are going to give the attention. And I love what you did with the red part here. I love it. You can try adding more shadow here in the paw, just like you added here. If there's shadow in this lower part of the paw, should be some shadow here in this lower part of the paw. Shadow here in the tail. There's always something for us to improve. You can do it! I love the colors that you use. I love those colors. But I think the anatomy here could change a little bit. I also love the texture that you did here. But what about improving the anatomy of the muzzle? The way it's falling down, the parts that are shadows. Maybe we could change that. There are some parts here that we don't normally see falling in this way in a lion. And here a little bit of shadow would be good. I really like the colors. Maybe here down below could be a blue, just like the blue sky. It could change a little bit of the hue. I don't know what is this line here, but if you want to add some details like this hatching here, you could just go out of the fur if you want. To make even like some details or effects, what you feel like the most. Rendering those clouds. Oh, okay, now I see the clouds. Okay. I love the colors that you used in the clouds. But what if we did them smooth? Because clouds are smooth. They are smooth. The reflection that you did here in the fur is pretty nice. You could even add some reflection here in the hair. For hair. Here in the back. Because the sky is reflecting on this character a lot. Like a lot. All of this part. Here in the middle a little bit of darkness. To give a contrast with the muzzle. That would be awesome. Especially because the muzzle is the upper part of the muzzle, like here. This part is against the sky, but this part here is against us. You looking me is against us. So this part's not going to get that light comparing to this part. Like your art, bro, keep going. By the way, I have streams. Did you know? Did you know that we have streams and we have such a fun time? You can check out link in bio. I like the ambient light that you use it. I like the texture of the grass, but let's be sure to not let the bottom part of the texture up here. The bottom part, we can see the bottom part where it's coming from. Make a gradient in those leaves. Yeah, make a gradient. I see you have done a gradient. Why? But why not even more gradient? Life is beautiful with gradient. I see this strong red fire. So yes, in the middle of the fire should be some more even bright light. And that light should be pretty strong, at least a ring light. As you can see here, reflecting in the character legs, hand, bowl with food, arm, all those places. I see there is a strong blue in the background. I don't know what kind of light this is, but I truly recommend making the campfire light stronger than the background light. With the blue color in the background, his skin at the back, all those parts in the back would be a little bit bluish, that I like that you did in the background, but not in his skin. I see that you're following the campfire light, and there's grass here. We can see that the color of the grass get taken off by the color of the fire, because if we go see that hue, we got grass green and fire orange. So the green goes like, whoa, I'm walking into yellow. So yeah, the grass should be more yellow, reddish, all those parts. And here more blue. I like that you did casted shadow here. I love that you did this. I like his expression, but I believe that the way that she drew his body could show even more that he's like, ugh. Like when we are disgusted, we go like, ugh, ugh, like we are going to garf, we're going to just take everything out, you know, like more reflection. Especially, I don't know if this is metal, but it should have a strong texture like metal reflection, you know. I need more campfire light and light reflecting those tree trunks, tree sticks, tree things. Okay, more light on that, more light reflecting from you. You are the focal one. And the food here, it looks like there is no ambient light. Looks like everything around is white. Focus on ambient light. Also, more details in the background. More details in the background. Refinement. I like what you did in the mountain in the back, but let's make it happen even better. I love the light touching here the floor of the pool. I love the reflection that you did here, but why not refine it and not leave the brush marks? Because here you didn't leave the brush marks, and you didn't leave the brush marks here. You did leave in this little waves, and those waves, I believe you could do them more naturally. They're not going to get in the same every side, because the church is already in the water, and you can see that this part is more out of the water and this part is more into the water. So this part will not be that strong wave like this one. You could even bring here in the water this blue, making the line here of the wave. You can do that. Yes, you can do that. And the reason why you can do that is because it's going to give even more that refraction effect of the water. What you could add even more, I believe even more of those lines, but some of them strong to give even more contrast. I love what you did here in this art, but I really miss some rendering in this fur. And I'm really talking about doing details here in the middle, but I'm talking about the edges. The edges are really soft. The sketch may have small fur, but still we cannot see exactly what is happening. By the way, I love the background that you have done. Some of the cat anatomy should be refined more, especially here in the chest area with the arms. For texture, I'm missing for texture. But by the way, your light, your shadow, everything is beautiful, bro. About your artwork, I love the colors that you use it. I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed that you did using soft brush on most of it. I really like the passage that you did here. What if we added even more details? Adding more details is when we go and zoom in. But before we go and zoom in, we need to be sure that in the way that we are working, it's already great amount of details. How we can make it already enough? When we are just going and comparing to the picture, just comparing by your eye and see like, okay, there's this detail here. I see this detail. Is my art with this detail? No? Okay, I'm gonna try the detail here. Because realistic portraits, they test our patience. Because you need to do detail by detail by detail. And what I noticed here also is that you could add texture. Texture on the skin, and especially in the hair and beard. Because I see that you have not done the reflection that is happening in the beard here. In the lower part of the beard, you have not done it. And as an example, here in the upper part of the beard that the mustache part, of course, it's really out together. Here's like hair by hair, one by one almost. If you want to improve your quality, you're gonna need to go down to almost that level. It's like you start with a big brush and then you start adding details. That's when things start to get crazy. Rendering is the ability that few artists have, and I believe that you can do it because your art is mwah, okay? Each time that you have finished a layer of detailing that brush, you cannot detail more with that size of the brush. You just go and lower the size. Go lower the size, but don't you dare use 1 pixel. Get out of here if you're doing that. Add more texture, more refining, going down in layers of detail. I like what you do with the colors, but you can improve that gradient. I like your gradient, I like what you have done there, but we can improve even more. Let's go to the last one. Number one thing that I notice is anatomy. I like the cloth that you have done here. I like how you did the nose, the eyes, the ear. I like that. I like the part where the skin goes with the hair, the bending points of the cloth. So many people do mistakes on that. You did it right. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. So the anatomy of this shirt, it's a little bit of, you know, the perspective, the size of the head comparing to the body. And not only that, but also how the neck is doing this. If the ribs are here, so it should be bending and going, but he's going to the other side. I don't know how the neck is doing that. If I just go and censor the head, the body's all great. Oh my vision. Number one thing that I recommend you to improve. Oh yeah. Perspective. The hell of artists. Welcome. We are gonna improve on that. We can improve on that. You can improve on that. So not only that, not gonna comment about shadows because you only did a few shadows, but I believe that's the main point. Focusing on perspective and fingers. Hands. I know hands hurt, but have you tried to read some mangas with cool hands? They have cool hands. I'm reading manga and out of nowhere I'm stopping just to pay attention to the hands. I'm just taking a print screen and saving all the hands that I find in manga. You could use my hand as reference. You can always do the pose in front of the mirror and start looking at your hand, how it works. And use the light around you to make cool highlights. Oh, look at this highlight. Wow. You want to have a feedback on your art? Tag me on Instagram. I'm going to do even more videos if you guys comment down below that you want more. Remember, share with a friend. Subscribe for more tutorial art, okay? We give tutorials and nice things. And if you want to have a great time with me and all the champs on stream, why not check out our Twitch? Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. You're awesome, champ. Bye bye!